we're gonna go check out the Sky Garden. This is one of the tallest buildings here. Actually in Yokohama over here. We just got off this JR rail over there. This is the Yokohama Bazaar over here. Lots of people out here today. I may check out this air cabin over here. I don't know if I'm that adventurous. So I really don't like these cable car things, but I don't know. I might check it out just to see what the view is all about. But first, we're gonna head over here to this Sky Garden and check out the view. I love these amazingly tall buildings out here and wherever I go. So let's walk up there. After I get done with that, I'm gonna walk around and try to see as much as I can see here in Yokohama. It's actually a pretty beautiful day out here. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. So this is gonna be the perfect day to actually be taking this trip up to this observatory over here. Lots and lots of very nice architectures here in Japan. Normally I would take the steps, but since it's going to be a long day, I need to take this escalator up here and try to save some energy. So, as you can see, it's very crowded over here. I mean, it's Japan, so you know it's crowded. Plus, it's a nice day out. It's actually Friday, so I think a lot of people got the day off. So a lot of people are going to be out here taking trips. A lot of people probably took the day off. That's pretty interesting. I never seen nothing like that before, where the highway is actually covered up. Maybe that's actually a safety precaution. I think I'm gonna cut across to this other side. It's a little bit more scenic over here, so I could give you guys a view of this area over here. So it looks like those are the sky cabins, which definitely looks pretty interesting. And then of course they got that huge Ferris wheel over there. I don't know if that Ferris wheel is operational because I have not seen it move before. And I don't really see people over there. So maybe that's like a seasonal thing and they don't open that up until summertime. I don't know. But this area actually looks a little bit different at night. I've got another video I'm gonna show you guys of what it actually looks like at night. Down there is the Yokohama Port Museum. So that museum is actually probably gonna have some history of this port. This is probably one of the more famous ports here in Japan, and this particular town, it's more westernized than a lot of other places because this is a port. So you probably can imagine that there's more English speaking people here. All right, so that building over there, that half moon shaped kind of building, that's one of the other more notable buildings that's actually here in Yokohama. It looks like they might have like a kind of a fairgrounds or something down there. So I see that ride's pretty active. Maybe I'll try to make it down there and check that out. Actually, I think I'm gonna go and walk down there first, and then maybe I'll try to catch the Sky Garden a little bit later. It's a pretty clear day out, so visibility should be super high. We should be able to see 50-60 miles at least. Okay, so I guess this ship is the museum itself. Because this is the only attraction down here, so this ship is the museum itself. Actually, there's two different parts. So there's a ship and a museum, but the museum is actually part of the ship, which to get in looks pretty reasonable. The ship and the museum is 800 yen. That's probably a little over $5 US money. And then the ship only is 400 yen and the museum only is 500 yen. So very affordable price. I'm not gonna go in myself because it is such a beautiful day outside here today. So I think that Yokohama has 4 or 5 of the tallest buildings in Japan. I think it's got, I know it's got at least 3. But we'll find out when we get in there, because I'm sure they'll have some literature on exactly what the building is. So for this video, I'm probably not going to do as much talking because you guys probably don't want to hear what I have to say anyway. And to be honest, I don't know that much about this town. I've visited here twice and did a couple of small tourist attractions, but I don't know a lot about this town. So I'm going to be learning and exploring at the same time, just like you are. So this is the Nippon Maru Memorial Park. Looks like you can take these boats out and go paddling, but you better be in shape for that, because that's definitely going to be a lot of work to paddle. Looks like they got some kind of show going on up there at the Hard Rock Cafe area. appears as if this other side is more of a park. So park is called Cohen here. It's pretty interesting. It appears as if there's two separate parts. So I see a lot of people walking that direction, in and out. But then they also have this area over here where it has a couple of rides. And then there's another bridge back there where there's tons of people. Like, until you actually come to Japan, you don't realize how many people there are or how heavily populated places can be. If you live in a major city, then you probably have some idea, but whatever you know about the major cities you know about, it's way bigger than that even. It's just so densely populated. So on a nice day like today, everybody is going to be outside. And not only that, the weather is up and down. So yesterday was a pretty nice day. The day before that was rainy. The day before that it was not raining, but kind of cold. So people don't actually go out as much. If this was not a nice day, there wouldn't be these many people out. And then the other thing, it's Friday too, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go this way. I'm gonna go this way. The sky cabin up there is more than likely one way. If you're familiar with those types of rides, it's a one way. You pay one way and you get off at the other end. If you want to go bi-directional, then you have to pay twice. looks as if more people are going out than in. So maybe these people got here earlier, much earlier. And it is kind of a bit warm out today. And the sun is shining. So people are probably hot. I think that's why people are kind of flooding out over here. I'm not exactly sure what this was. Maybe this was a train before, but as you can see, it's not a train anymore. That kind of looks like a one-way in. So we'll take this way. Looks like a lot of people are over here just chilling out under the tree, enjoying the shade with a blanket. Alright, so it does look like that Ferris wheel is moving. Now that I'm up closer, that Ferris wheel is actually operational. But from far away, you can't really see it moving that much. Alright, we're gonna go down here and explore this area. The best part about being a foreigner is that people don't mind if you're taking video, because they know they're never going to see you again. They know you're not coming back over here, and they know there's not a lot of foreign people that are here a lot. So it's kind of like a one-time shot, you know. They're friendly when they know you're going to go home. When they know you have to go home and you're not going to be living there, then yeah, they're friendly. This is the World Porters. That's definitely got to be shopping, and it definitely got to be food. I could see no other purpose for this particular building being in this specific location over here. Pretty interesting. we're gonna go up here and check out what's inside this building. I have no idea what it is, but we'll find out in 1 second. Alright, so it says the Yokohama World Porters. This has gotta be a big shopping mall. So as expected, this is like a huge kind of shopping place. They got these bunch of mini shops. This is kind of interesting with the little Pac-Man store. I don't know how you could have a store just off of Pac-Man, but apparently you can still. And then over here they got anime. Like inside here there's tons of anime stuff. It's just like more anime and kind of kiddie stuff than probably anything in here. I'm not gonna spend too much time in here because it's so nice outside, but I just want to give you guys a quick look on what's actually inside this business over here. And then of course you always have this type of stuff, like these tons of anime stuff. I might have to do my homework and find out how big the anime business is just in Japan, because I know they got fans worldwide and I know it's super huge, but just in Japan people spend a lot of money on anime. If you're into this sort of thing, and then of course they got these little game things. Everything's about the kawaii culture. Not my thing, but we'll see. Oh. Alright, this is pretty interesting. I don't know what this is. It looks like some type of dessert place. I never saw nothing like that before. Looks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna try it because I don't need any sweets, but I'm about to cut out of here. But that looks like a huge marketplace for... It looks like a huge marketplace. This whole floor is like Bandai Namco. So I think that's a gaming company. Let's get back outside here. Not that many Western foreigners here. I think I only saw maybe 5 non-Asian people down here within the last, since I started filming this video. Let's go around to the front of the air cabin and find out how much it costs. So this appears to be their police car. It looks like it's like a Mini Cooper type vehicle. Oh, this is the police station over here, I guess. Very small station. Let's run around to the front of the air cabin and find out. I don't even know if that's open over here. This is definitely the place to be on a nice day outside. There's like tens of thousands of people down here, maybe 100,000 people. So I don't think you can buy a ticket over here for the air cabin. I think you gotta buy that on the floor at the beginning where we started. Like all you can see is people for just miles and miles. Just nothing but people. So let's keep walking. We're gonna go out this way. I believe up here is another museum. It's probably like a marine museum or something like that. So as you can imagine, there's not a lot of parks out here. This appears to be like a small park area. I see people over here walking dogs here and there. More like some kind of botanical garden. Oh, okay, that's the drinking place. So we already walked down there and then came back. So that's the drinking place. So I'm gonna go back this direction over here. I'm gonna make my way back towards that Hard Rock Cafe and then also this Sky Garden over here. So from Tokyo on the train, it probably takes about an hour, pretty close to an hour from my location. Maybe it will be a little bit less from other locations. It just depends on where in Tokyo you're actually starting out. But very convenient. I actually had to catch 3 different trains to get here. If I would have caught the right train, I would have only had to catch 2 trains. Actually, it was 4 trains. I would have only had to catch 3 because one of them was a local train and I should have actually gotten on the express train. There's a long line to get tickets for that sky cabin. It's the Koban box. Let's go check out the most wanted. They got the most wanted list over here. If you've seen any of those people, turn them in. I don't know if there's a reward for that. I'll have to translate that later. But to be honest, I wouldn't be able to pick those guys out of the crowd because there's so many people out here that are Asian that it would just be so hard for me to describe exactly what they looked like. Kind of like in different cultures, they say, oh, all these types of people look the same. Yes and no. But when you visit a place like this and there's 10 million people, it's definitely gonna be hard to pick someone out the crowd. There's only one person that I did not know, meaning they didn't live close by or I didn't already know them, where I was actually able to pick them out of the crowd. And the only reason I could do that was because this guy was like 4 feet tall. I actually saw him one time when I was going to school on the train at a specific station, and then another day I saw that same guy at that same station. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to recognize them. They could definitely recognize me because I'm the only person that looks like this over here for miles and miles and miles. So let's venture over here. Let's see what this is. This is probably like a wedding reception place or something like that. It's interesting that from far away you cannot tell that the Ferris wheel is actually moving, but then when you get closer you can actually see it moving very, very slowly. And I see that roller coaster. That's not the kind of roller coaster I would get on. That it looks a little bit too much like a carnival ride to me, and I always get sick on the carnival rides anyway because all they do is spin you around. I don't know how interesting that seems. Alright, so it looks like they got some other stuff down here. This looks like a water type ride. I'm not gonna get on any of these rides, but I just want to see what's over here. It mainly looks like it should be for kids, but I always see the adults here doing the things that kids should be doing. So I don't know if they're trying to make up for their childhood or not, but places where you would expect to see just kids, you see adults. Drinking in public is allowed here. And I see a lot of people drinking beers and wine, and they actually sell beer and wine at the Family Mart. So if you want to drink while you're out in public, it's okay. Looks like some type of courtyard area. And maybe it's a mall, I don't know. I'm not gonna go in there because I don't need to go inside. I'm gonna stay out here where it's nice. Got these mini scooters for rent. I see people riding those from time to time. It's pretty interesting. Alright, so we're back almost at this Sky Garden. And then this is the Queen's Tower. And then this back here is the carnival area. This is specifically for kids. The other side apparently is for adults and kids, but I've seen so many adults over there just on the rides by themselves. That's a Crown police car. That's a brand out here, this Crown. I don't think they're outrunning nobody in that. But they don't have the same crimes that they have in other parts of the world. Okay, so got this magician acrobat here. They have the pancake and food bar. And then I'm not even sure what this is right here. This must be some type of area where they have performances, because it looks to me like they have a lot of lighting, and then they also have sound.